At 60 and beyond, confidence takes on a completely different meaning than it did in younger years. It's no longer about trying to impress others or prove your worth. It's about knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what you will no longer tolerate. Women are instinctively drawn to this type of confidence because it communicates safety, stability, and strength without needing to be announced. When a man moves through the world with quiet assurance, he doesn't need validation from others. His presence alone signals that he is comfortable in his own skin. This presence is magnetic because it is grounded in decades of life experience. A man over 60 has faced challenges, made mistakes, and overcome obstacles, and this has shaped a calm and steady energy that others feel immediately. Women pick up on this energy. They sense the difference between someone who is reactive and someone who is centered, someone who is decisive versus someone who is uncertain. That centeredness is incredibly attractive because it offers a sense of reliability and emotional safety, even before any words are spoken. Confidence at this stage is also about subtle communication. It's the way a man carries himself, how he speaks with intention, how he holds eye contact, and how he moves through space without needing to dominate it. These small, almost imperceptible cues convey a depth of self-assuredness that is far more appealing than any external display of wealth, looks, or power. Women are drawn to this energy because it signals that this man is a person who can handle life's challenges, remain grounded, and bring stability and strength into a relationship. Ultimately, confidence over 60 is magnetic, not because it is loud, but because it is real. It is the calm, unshakable force of a man who knows himself, trusts his own judgment, and moves through life with purpose and grace. Women sense this immediately, and it draws them in naturally and effortlessly. Emotional intelligence becomes one of the most powerful qualities a man can have as he ages. Women are naturally drawn to men who understand not just their own emotions, but also the emotions of those around them. A man over 60 who listens deeply, without judgment or interruption, communicates that he values her thoughts, feelings, and experiences. This kind of attention goes far beyond superficial charm. It signals empathy, understanding, and a capacity for connection that few can match. At this stage of life, women are not looking for games or empty gestures. They are looking for someone who can engage with them on a real level, someone who can respond thoughtfully and with care. Emotional intelligence shows itself in subtle ways: a patient tone, a thoughtful question, a genuine acknowledgement of feelings. These actions create trust and intimacy, and women instinctively notice the difference between a man who is truly present and one who is distracted or self-focused. Moreover, emotional intelligence allows a man to navigate challenges with composure and insight. Life is never without difficulties, but a man who can stay grounded, process emotions healthily, and respond with clarity instead of reaction shows strength of character. Women find this deeply attractive because it signals that he can handle life's ups and downs without chaos or drama. He creates a sense of security, not through control, but through understanding and stability. Being emotionally intelligent also means knowing when to offer support and when to give space. It's about balance, awareness, and adaptability. Women feel drawn to men who can hold that balance, who can be strong without being rigid, kind without being weak, and open without being vulnerable in ways that are unsafe. This combination of empathy, wisdom, and presence creates an invisible magnetism, making a man over 60 not just attractive, but profoundly compelling. Authenticity and wisdom are qualities that become increasingly visible and magnetic as a man ages. By the time a man reaches 60 and beyond, life has provided him with countless experiences, successes, failures, challenges, and lessons that shape who he is at his core. Women are drawn to this depth because it cannot be faked. A man who is authentic doesn't pretend to be someone he's not. He shows up fully as himself with clarity about his values, priorities, and boundaries. This honesty and integrity resonate deeply, creating a sense of trust and respect that is incredibly attractive. Wisdom is closely tied to authenticity. It is the understanding that comes from living, from making mistakes, learning from them, and growing as a result. A man over 60 carries this wisdom in his words, in his decisions, and in his approach to life. Women notice how he handles situations with perspective, how he offers guidance without imposing, and how he approaches relationships with patience and understanding. This kind of depth signals maturity, stability, and reliability, all qualities that women instinctively value. Authenticity also creates a magnetic presence because it allows a man to be comfortable in silence, to appreciate the moment, and to connect on a level beyond superficial conversation. Women feel this energy. They sense when a man is genuine versus when he is performing for attention. An authentic man brings a sense of peace and safety simply through who he is, not what he shows or says. Ultimately, authenticity and wisdom together create a rare combination, a man who is both grounded and insightful, someone who has learned from life but remains open to growth, and someone whose presence feels real, dependable, and inspiring. Women are naturally drawn to men who embody these qualities because they promise not only attraction, but a meaningful, lasting connection that goes beyond appearances. Vitality and passion are qualities that never truly fade. They simply take on a different, more refined form as a man grows older. Women are naturally drawn to men over 60 who continue to embrace life with energy, curiosity, and enthusiasm. This isn't about chasing youth or trying to appear younger than they are. It's about demonstrating a zest for life that is genuine, inspiring, and contagious. A man who pursues his passions, whether through hobbies, work, learning, or personal growth, radiates an energy that women notice immediately. Passion shows that a man is fully alive, engaged with the world, and committed to living intentionally. It signals that he has not become complacent, that he still values growth, achievement, and new experiences. Women find this magnetic because it reflects strength, resilience, and optimism. When a man over 60 is actively pursuing what excites him, it conveys vitality, not just physical, but mental and emotional as well. It shows that he is capable of creating joy and inspiration, both for himself and for those around him. Humor and playfulness are also part of this vitality. A man who can laugh at himself, bring lightness to difficult situations, and approach life with a sense of adventure demonstrates that age has not diminished his spirit. Women are drawn to this because it creates an environment of ease and enjoyment. Life with a man who carries this energy feels vibrant, exciting, and safe all at once. Ultimately, vitality and passion create an aura of attraction that goes beyond appearance. Women sense the difference between someone who merely exists and someone who is fully alive. A man over 60 who embraces life with enthusiasm, humor, and purpose embodies a magnetic energy that inspires admiration, trust, and desire. It's this combination of experience, wisdom, and vitality that makes him irresistible, showing that true attraction is timeless. Trust and reliability are the silent forces that amplify a man's magnetism over 60. At this stage of life, women are no longer drawn primarily to fleeting charm or superficial attraction. They are drawn to men who demonstrate consistency, integrity, and dependability. A man who keeps his word, follows through on promises, and handles life's responsibilities with calm competence communicates that he can be counted on no matter the circumstances. This reliability is deeply attractive because it creates a sense of security, which is often more powerful than any other trait. Trust also comes from emotional transparency and honesty. A man over 60 who is open about his intentions, communicates clearly, and admits mistakes without defensiveness shows a level of maturity that is incredibly appealing. Women instinctively sense when a man's actions align with his words, and that alignment builds trust effortlessly. It's not something that can be manufactured. It is the natural result of a life lived with integrity, self awareness, and respect for others. Reliability extends beyond personal interactions to the way a man approaches life itself. Women notice when he handles challenges with composure, navigates uncertainty without panic, and maintains balance even under pressure. This creates an invisible sense of safety, an energy that signals, I can handle whatever comes my way, and I can support you too. This combination of competence and calmness is magnetic because it reassures and inspires confidence without needing to be declared aloud. Ultimately, trust and reliability are cornerstones of lasting attraction. Women are drawn to men who embody these qualities because they represent more than charm or appeal. They represent partnership, stability, and a foundation for meaningful connection. A man over 60 who demonstrates these traits naturally commands respect, admiration, and a deep, enduring kind of attraction that transcends age and circumstance. When we look at what truly draws women to men over 60, it becomes clear that attraction goes far beyond looks, wealth, or status. It is about the energy, character, and presence a man carries, qualities that can only be developed over a lifetime. Confidence grounded in experience, emotional intelligence that fosters genuine connection, authenticity paired with wisdom, a vibrant passion for life, and unwavering trustworthiness together create a magnetic combination. Women sense these qualities instinctively, and they respond not to superficial charm, but to the depth, stability, and vitality that a man embodies. At this stage of life, a man's true power lies in who he has become, the lessons he has learned, the way he navigates challenges, and the way he engages with the world and those around him. Each quality reinforces the other. Confidence inspires respect. Emotional intelligence builds connection. Authenticity fosters trust. Passion brings life. And reliability creates security. Together, they create a presence that is irresistible, compelling, and timeless. Ultimately, attraction over 60 is not about trying harder or performing. It is about living fully, embracing personal growth, and showing up as a man who knows himself, values others, and moves through life with intention and grace. Women are naturally drawn to this energy because it signals not only who he is, but the kind of life and relationship he can offer, one rooted in depth, connection, and enduring attraction. This is the essence of magnetic maturity, and it proves that true appeal is cultivated over time, not bought or faked.